Hi and welcome to my channel. This is a short video on how to create your own designs or characters by using reference. The term reference is often used in a wrong way, since many assume reference describes a source you simply copy or copy from, which it clearly isn't. If you say, "I used reference for my painting or drawing," what you actually mean is you looked at photographs, for instance, to learn to understand how objects look like and to apply in your painting what you have learned. Let's say I want to paint a car just from imagination. There's a lot to consider, such as shapes, angles, foreshortening and light. To create a realistic looking image just from your memory or imagination is almost impossible, except you mastered to paint or draw something by repetition, doing the same thing over and over again. So you gained experience from your previous work, but since we seldom paint or draw the same image over and over again, we need to look at things in order to understand how they look like or how they work. Also, things never look the same twice. The cup on your table, for instance, might look different from how it looked yesterday, maybe because yesterday has been a sunny day and the light source was much stronger. Maybe today is a cloudy day and the cup is being lit only by ambient light. Maybe you moved the cup or maybe you moved. It's always a different situation. If I asked you to paint a giraffe, you could certainly paint something that looks kind of giraffe-ish. But if I wanted you to paint a photorealistic giraffe like it appears in nature, you would most likely have a hard time. In order to paint a real looking object, I have no other choice, except when I'm painting or drawing from life, than to use reference to see what the pattern of the fur looks like, for instance. And then I could use another reference picture for a giraffe to learn about the facial features, and maybe another one to have a closer look at the neck or the legs. So I don't necessarily have to use only one reference photo, I can use multiple photos. Let's try one together and see how it works. In this example I used a photograph of a woman in order to create my own character. And I didn't want to copy the woman's liking, such as the facial features or the hair, but instead I used a reference photo because I wanted to know how it looks like when a person tilts their head. It's like if you want to build a house, first you need to build your foundation, and what you can see here is nothing more than the foundation for my painting. No matter how your house looks like in the end, the foundation looks always the same. So I did what I needed, and that was looking for the posture, where to place the facial features and to look for the values. And you can clearly see that except of the posture, everything else is pretty much different. I used another reference for the eyes to understand how makeup looks like, because I'm not an expert for makeup, so I had to learn it. And I found useful for my work in the internet. Also, I didn't want to use the same hairstyle like in the reference photo, so I found another one that looked more suitable for the character I rendered. And the final result is a unique piece. If you like, it's some sort of Frankenstein's monster, since I used 4 or 5 different reference photos to create it. Or let's say, to create her. But one thing it's clearly not: a copy. Using reference is often considered as some sort of cheating, which it clearly is not. And there is this misconception that a real artist only draws from imagination, but that's not the case either. Sure, our brain can identify objects clearly and we can also recognize people in an instant, but what our brain can't do is to transfer all this information into a physical drawing or painting. So next time you don't know how an object looks like, don't be ashamed or afraid to search a photograph and use it as a reference. And you will be surprised how creative you could be using reference for your work. That's it for this video. I'm Chris. Have a nice day.